Okay. Is it going 1, 2, 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is part 2 of eliminating the whip. On part 1, we identified about 3/16. I'd say it's more like a 1/4 of an inch gap. So we're going to fill it in. This is a ready mix and a hot mud mix together. So I don't have a lot of time to deal with it. So I want to show you both the use of the darby and the application of the compound, all right? So this is solid, but I'm just shaving off the excess. It's not a neat job. You're never gonna have, this is solid though, I can feel it, you can't, perhaps you can hear it. All right, so here are my problems, here to here, right in the middle, where you would expect it. There's no way to do this, absolutely. However you can get this onto the ceiling, good for you. I'm already falling off of both ends, so I'm gonna try it like that. What do you think? Look at that, it worked. Wow. Just to get it on there. We're not leaving it there, obviously. So now I only have a certain amount of time to work with this. And you want it like that. You want it to get stiff while you're working. Because otherwise, your trowel keeps knocking it down and knocking it around. You want it to be less and less impressionable as you move along, okay? So I'm just generally moving it along where I want the plaster. I know where I need it already. I need it right here. So it's going to remain soft in order for me to get it where I want it. And then we can decide. More is better in this application, by the way. More. This way you can knock it down. If you start out with too little and it starts getting hard on you, forget it. So you want to put more so you can knock it down. That's the idea of it being soft. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So where I'm moving the plaster right now, we have a whip. In other words, if you were to look at it, it would look like a half a moon. And right in here is the deepest part of the surface. Okay? So I'm just eyeballing it right now, putting the plaster in, waiting for it to set up so that I can flatten it out with my darby. I want to show you how we're going to do that. See, I'm high now, so it's called a high instead of a low. So when they take dents out of your car, they call it highs and lows. Where it's like dented in, it's called a low. Where it's sticking out, it's called a high. So I'm using the same terminology. Same idea here, okay? Now you might say, why didn't you just put sheetrock in there? Well, we did. But whenever you join sheetrock, whenever you void the original surface, guess what you get? Either a protrusion or an inversion all the time. Don't let anybody fool you. When you do a repair, you gotta be a good doctor to make it all disappear. Okay, let's have the scalpel, since I'm the doctor. All right. Let me put the ladder. Okay, so what I have here is a spray bottle. I'm gonna cheat. I'm cheating. I'm gonna wet it in case she starts drying on me. I'm wetting it because I'm preventing the top surface from completely getting too hard on me. Okay, now, let's see how we're doing. Nice, oh, we're still good. So now, why do we have a thick trowel? A long 20-inch. The reason for this, my helper didn't clean it off, it's all right. The reason for this is, the wider the better, remember? The wider your trowel, the better the chance you have to fill in gaps. If it's short, you can imagine that you'll be plastering in the gap rather than over it, right? You get the idea. So that the longer and the flatter it is, your ceiling and your wall are going to mimic this beautiful flat surface. Okay, so let's see. Wow, look at that. It reminds me of the Zamboni. You ever go to an ice skating rink or a hockey game, right? And the Zamboni comes out and he drags that thing along the ice, right? Well, that's what it reminds me of. Now I'm going to put it on a little thick here because that's where the problem area was. I got a little plaster left down there in case I need more. Now remember, this isn't the finish. This is not the finish. We're almost finished. This is called a rough application because we're not done yet. We're filling in the whip. Even though it might look nice and flat to you, it's nowhere near done. We're almost done. So now we're going to test it with the big tool. Can I have that? It's not an ideal working place either because I'm on a ladder and I'm working on one level against another. It's a little dangerous. Check my darby. Okay, so now watch this. Look at that. The gap is gone. Why am I doing this? Because as she starts getting harder, it's harder to, I only have so much physical strength to press on it. Plus, we're talking about pressing a 2-foot wide space. When you have a little bit, well, with a 6-inch knife, you press it, it does what you tell it to do. But with this, it's different. So I'm spreading it by using this agitating motion with my darby, just like the guys who do cement. Cement is very dense, and so they have to shimmy with their tool, and that's all I'm doing. I'm doing what the cement guys do. See that? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn around, do the same thing here. Now you can see right from your own eyes where I need to fill it in. I'm good here. All I got to do is smooth this out with another thin ready mix. No more hot mud over here. Check this out over here. You see that? I had my flat straight edge from here to here and across this, which means this needs to get filled in right here. We're low here. So that's the idea. I think we'll end it on step 2 of this process so that you understand how to fill in a whip. It's called a whip when the sheetrock goes in between 2 studs. In this case, the joists are 24 inches apart from each other on center. So if they don't use 5/8 sheetrock, 1/2 inch, or less, sometimes this happens to be 1/2 inch sheetrock. There's a little play in between 24 inches, and that's what I'm attributing this whip to. Okay, if you like the video, do me a favor, click on like. Everybody watches my videos, but not enough people are clicking the like button. And please subscribe. Okay, this is the Tampa Bay Wallpaper Installer coming to you live from sunny Florida. Have a good day.